where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Sparkles. Today, you're going to discover 5 quarter dollars that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of these coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or hiding quietly in your pocket change, could be worth over $300,000. That's not a typo. And no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We're about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie American history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we're about to explore hides a surprise, a secret, that could leave you completely speechless. Now, before we jump into the first quarter, just pause for a second. Take a look at your change jar. Open that dresser drawer. Think about that old coffee can sitting in the garage. Because by the end of this video, you'll be racing, literally racing, to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds. Now, I'm ready when you are. Go ahead, send me the first coin's picture or details, and I'll start crafting its story with all the drama, value, and excitement packed in. So, take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular quarter. But don't be fooled. What you're looking at is a 1965 Washington quarter, and it just might be one of the most shocking secrets in American coinage history. Here's why. 1965 was a critical year for U.S. coin production. The country was facing a massive coin shortage. Silver prices were skyrocketing, and the U.S. Mint had to make a fast, bold, irreversible decision. They stopped making quarters out of 90% silver and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. In other words, silver was gone. Officially. But here's the twist. Not all 1965 quarters followed the rules. Some were accidentally, or perhaps mysteriously, struck on leftover 1964 silver blanks. These silver planchet 1965 quarters are unbelievably rare. And if yours happens to be one of them, it could be worth a heart-stopping $350,000 or more to the right collector. Let that sink in. You could be holding a coin that looks completely ordinary. Sounds like pocket change. But in reality, it's rarer than gold. Now, let's take a moment to look at the specific features of this coin right here. The date, clear, 1965. The classic profile of George Washington still stands proud on the obverse, with liberty across the top, and in God we trust, etched near the jawline. The condition, circulated, yes, but still showing strong detail in the hair and cheek. That tells us it's been through the world, but it still has plenty of its story to tell. But here's where things get really interesting. Collectors check these 1965 quarters very carefully for weight. A regular clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. But if you put it on a scale, and it reads around 6.25 grams, you just hit the jackpot. Some of these silver planchet 1965 quarters have no visible difference. But under a trained eye, and with a quick weight test, you'll uncover a coin that isn't even supposed to exist. And guess what? Only a tiny handful have ever been authenticated. One was auctioned by Heritage Auctions and reached an eye-watering $360,000 in near-uncirculated condition. That's nearly the price of a brand new house. Even coins in slightly circulated shape, like the one we're looking at here, could easily fetch $20,000 to $45,000, depending on who's bidding. Now think about this. Most Americans never even check. These rare errors slipped through the cracks during one of the most turbulent minting transitions in U.S. history. And they're still out there, hidden in drawers, jars, or collections like yours. So here's what to do next. If you've got a 1965 quarter, put it on a jewelry scale. If it's closer to 6.25 grams, and it has that silver ring, when you drop it on a table, don't spend it. Don't even breathe on it. Get it authenticated immediately. Because what seems like a dull, worn coin might just be the last great silver secret of American currency.